Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back with Little Tiny. And we're going to go on to chapter number 3. On your mark, get set. Whee! You love that. And Roger may have been a successful artist, but he certainly was making waves. Although George Buchanan appreciated his talent, Captain Fox was less enthusiastic about Vergier's experimental style. And all we know is honk, honk. What's that, Ace? Are the engines running? Yes, those are Daddy's glasses. What if Daddy wears these? What about this? Careful, dude. Careful. What's that, Ace? Are the engines running? Ace, I think the Gigantic is setting sail. We must find out what is happening. Senior Trooper Ace, just the person I wanted to see. What is happening, Captain? Are we setting sail? Not at all. I just wanted to stoke up the engine for a few minutes. All of this unpleasantness has me rather anxious. Haven't you found the culprit yet? I beg your pardon. These engines are frightfully loud. Wow! Tranquilo. Tranquilo. Brother, I am sorry for that, guys. Holy moly. Have you found the culprit yet? We have some leads, Captain, but you must be patient. Very well, but I won't allow our voyage to be delayed. There's a schedule to keep. I cannot think with all these loud engines. Ace, let's step off the ship and have another look around the pier. Ra 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 ra. Ready to go find some clues? We don't even have a mouse tool, but we'll find it. We'll find those tools. Don't worry. We'll find those clues. Boom, 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 boom. Alright, so Daddy's got to really focus on this one. Let's see. So we got piggy bank, scroll. See the box of chocolates. Sweet. Mousetrap. I think I see that as well. I do. Rubbish card. Sweet. I might be able to find everything in IB. Yes. Cool. We found everything. Boom. And we got a star. Cool. Cool beans. Well, you think that the scroll might be of interest, Ace? Well, you better unroll it. And the scroll is addressed to the victim. Did you think I would let you leave? Someone clearly wasn't happy about Mr. Vergier's travel plans. Quite right. The seal might tell us who wrote this message. And look, the victim sent them chocolates. He wrote from Theo on the card. But to whom? Identifying the numbers should tell us more. And Ace, you were kind enough to rummage through that pile of coal. I'll roll up my sleeves this time and help you search through that rubbish wagon. There's still plenty to do, Ace, so we mustn't delay. I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if the Captain Fox had sailed before the passengers arrived. Hey, Little Tiny, can Daddy sit here? Can Daddy sit in his chair? Oh, so much better, so much better. Do you want to sit up with Daddy? Oh. And you can see yourself in the mirror. Hi. Hi, Tiny. Hi, Tiny. Hi. Ah, Buchanan's seal. That seal belongs to George Buchanan, Ace. So he was the one who sent the victim that scroll. Interesting. Well, Mr. Buchanan claimed he was saddened by Theo Vergier's departure, but I wonder why he sounds so angry. We better speak to him. Well, probably because he had he paid him money for a certain amount, and he wanted him to deliver. Oh, you're making messes. Oh, brother. Oh, brother, you're making messes. No, you're not doing those. No. Thank you for making messes for me. Ah. Ooh. Ooh. Oh yeah? Oh yeah, little tiny? Later. Not now. Not now, dude. Oh, so you've identified those numbers on that card, Ace, but they still mean nothing to me. Let's send them to Evie so that she can take a look. We gotta send these to Evie. Look at her. Oh, rubbish cart. What's in the rubbish? Oh, looks like we got a picture. Oh, a painting. What is that fold of paper you found in the rubbish wagon, Ace? My word, the drawing is of a naked woman. Ha! You're right, Ace. That woman is Giulietta Capecci. I wouldn't suspect a young lady like her to pose in that manner. Very much like the Titanic. Regardless, this means that Giulietta was more than acquainted with our victim. We must speak with her again. Everyone had guessed that there was going to be the painting. Forgive me, Senior Trooper Ace. The engines were running earlier, and I'm feeling quite green. I'm afraid this won't help, Mr. Buchanan. The message you wrote to Theo Vergier sounds rather cross. Well, I was angry, furious even. After everything I invested, he was just going to sail away into the sunset? Invested? We thought you were merely a collector of Vergier's work. Well, most Concordians wouldn't know a Monet from a Manet, but when it comes to art, I'm an expert. So like many patrons of old, I funded Theo's career, collecting and exhibiting his work. With all the money I spent on Vergier, I owned him, and he thought he could disappear over my dead body. Oh, or his dead body, Mr. Buchanan. Nonsense, but at least my collection is more valuable now that he's dead. True. Hey, what are you doing? What are you doing? Are you playing with Dead D's fan? Is that what you like? Mobster's daughter. Well, you should have told us you knew Theo Vergier, Giulietta, well enough to pose for him nude. Wait, where did you find that? It's humiliating. Humiliating or not, you must explain this. Mr. Vergier's the fifth casualty of Velasquez's parties, and you had a reason to want each of them dead. Well, it's not what you think. I met Mr. Vergier at one of his exhibitions, and I became interested in his work. Eventually, he asked me to pose for him, without clothes on. I was reluctant, but he promised it would be tasteful. I was very uncomfortable with it, and afterwards I changed my mind. Working my way into high society is probably better served at ballroom dances and not taking my clothes off. I begged him to destroy that sketch, but he refused, so in spite of my seasickness, I came aboard tonight's party to confront him. And is that what happened? You tried to get the drawing back, and when Theo refused, you killed him? If I had wanted Theo dead, I only had to show the sketch to my father. Theo never would have made it to Europe. It's true. Well, in case you hadn't realized, Giulietta, Theo won't make it to Europe. And if that was your doing, rest assured, Senior Trooper Ace will find out. Oh, snap. She doesn't have the brooch. So it can't be her. Anyways, guys, I got 9 hours to go. I'll see you guys later. I'm going to grab some stars. I'm pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright, folks, pitching Ace 88. We are back from Criminal Case on Facebook. I apologize. I just rewatched my voice yesterday morning, and I sounded so tired. My bad. Are men so shallow that they think they can win a woman over with a simple box of chocolates? Sometimes I despair, Ace. Is there a man who truly understands a woman's heart? No, not at all. I hear what you're saying, Evie. It's just a shame so many of them are handsome. I suppose, as the recipient of Theo Vergier's chocolates, these digits refer to the class, deck, and compartment number of a passenger aboard the Gigante. In this case, the compartment number of the victim's apprentice, René Decourt. Uh-oh. Well, Ace, it appears Mademoiselle Decourt travel plans were more than professional. Let her ask her about her relationship with her mentor. Uh-oh, that's usually never a good sign. And she's got the little thing on her shoulder, so it's either her or the captain. And we all know with the woman scorn what that's like. Mr. Court, you failed to mention that you and Theo Vergier were romantically involved. Oh, you don't mean those chocolates. That was just another one of his ridiculous attempts to sweep me off my feet. Are you saying your artistic mentor was trying to seduce you? Who wasn't he trying to seduce? Theo was an artist in every sense of the word, which meant he had wandering eyes, forever chasing after his models, fancying himself as God's gift to women. I ignored his advances, but he just tried harder. He even pestered me to add him to my dance card for tonight's party. And just how far did you go resisting his advances? Oh, you aren't suggesting that had anything to do with his murder. C'est ridicule. I didn't want Theo's affection. Studying the techniques of the great masters is what concerns me. Art is my life. I hope your concerns tonight weren't about ending life, or you'll be spending the rest of yours behind bars. Yes. Well, scandalous paintings, broken financial promises, unsolicited romantic advances. No wonder Theo Vergier drifted into troubled waters. And the clock is ticking. Alastair's party aboard the Gigantic will soon end, and I'm worried Captain Fox won't wait until tomorrow to set sail. I agree, Ace. If we want answers, the best place to look is the scene of the crime. Let's do this. I'm picking up that kid. The kid is heavy. Uh-oh. Let's go like this. There we go. A recorder. Paint stain. Sock. Hat. That's the dust that we see. And a fan. Three, first, fourth, second, 2, 6. Appreciate you guys' comments. Hey, even just numbers, man, that helps me out a lot. You guys have no idea. Well, there's blood on that pin, Ace. Could it be the victims? The entire pin is tarnished. I'll fetch your dusting kit. That hat is undoubtedly Theo Vergier's. I wonder what those fragments are. Let's get a sample. They might be a vital clue. They definitely are. Has to do with the people that have the stuff on their shoulders. So again, I think it's either the captain or his lover, which if anything tells us, that's the one I'm gonna bet my money on. Do those words on that pin mean anything to you, Ace? St. Paul and Fidem? Don't ring a bell. No matter, surely Evie can dig up something about this pin. I'm sure she can. Let's get those fragments you collect from the victim's hat to Viola quickly. Let's. Alright guys, I got 15 hours. Maybe grab some stars. See you guys back here. It's been Pitching Ace 88. Au revoir. Alright folks, Pitching Ace 88, we are back on Criminal Case on Facebook. Let's finish this off. I realize the urgency of this investigation, Ace, so I'll get right to the point. First, Viola confirmed the blood on this pen belongs to the victim. As for the words on it, Fidem is Latin for loyalty, which appears to be the motto of St. Paul's School for Girls. Therefore, this pin could only belong to Mr. Vergier's killer because he couldn't have studied at an all-female college. Good show, Evie. Closing in our killer, Ace. Theo Vergier was murdered by a woman. So it has to be his apprentice. Well, I know you're in a hurry, Ace, so I'll keep this brief. Microscopic analysis of the fragments you collect from the victim's hat revealed that they are pumpkin seeds, which, as Richard determined, were part of the killer's seasickness remedy. So the killer handled the victim's hat. Correct. But now to my more unexpected discovery. These fragments were splashed with a white substance containing uric acid. Uric acid is common in the excrete of ocean birds, such as seagulls. Are you saying the fragments are stained with bird droppings? Precisely. And if the bird droppings got into the killer's seasickness remedy, it must have also soiled their clothes. Well, that's another blemish on the killer's record. Ace, a bird-dropping stain is difficult to hide. It is, I noticed it right away. Theo Vergier's killer had better batten down the hatches, Ace. You've gathered all the evidence you need to make an arrest. Anchors away. Let's arrest the killer, so it's either you or her, and we know it's a girl, so... That's... Question is why? Renee Decourt, you're under arrest for the murder of Theo Vergier. Nonsense. Why would I kill my mentor? We were setting up a future in Paris. Yeah, but we found good traces of pumpkin seeds from your seasickness remedy on Theo's hat. Fragments stained with bird droppings like your dress. Oh, well, that's just a splash of paint. And I can't be the only one on the ship suffering from seasickness. But not all of them know about Artemis hacks. Your threat to Theo could have only been written by an art connoisseur like yourself. Of course I know the story of Artemis hacks. Theo was an artist too. Perhaps he wrote that as some sort of joke. Enough lies. We know you were on deck when Theo was killed. We found your pin from St. Paul's. Admit it, Miss Decourt. This is nothing more than a lover's quarrel. You welcome Theo's romantic advances, and you were jealous of his wandering eyes. Me? Jealous of Theo? He was the one who was jealous of me, envious of my talent. Yes, I murdered that fool, but he had it coming. When I started working with Theo, I had much to learn, but my skills quickly developed. Before long, my abilities had surpassed Theo's, and he knew it. I painted his style better than he could, so he began passing off my work as his own. Do you honestly believe any of his latest masterpieces, the one for which he's hailed as a genius, are his? I created those paintings. Oh, well, that must have made you angry watching him bask in your glory. I told him when we got to Paris I would stop painting for him. He was furious, threatening to tear up my ticket and leave me behind. So you hit him over the head with that chunk of ice? You murdered your mentor out of selfish ambition? Mentor? Theo was a talentless fool. I am the artistic genius. The world deserves to know the truth that I am the real master. I'm afraid the world will only remember you as a murderer, Mr. Court. Signature Brace is placing you under arrest. Now that's interesting. Renee Decourt, you're charged with the murder of Theo Vergier. How do you plead? I killed him, Your Honor. Theo knew his glory days were over and needed to steal my spotlight, so I put a stop to it. By hitting him over the head with a chunk of ice, many would have said you deprived the world of a grand master. A grand fool is more like it. He was depriving me of my rightful acclaim. I've heard enough, Mr. Court, and you shouldn't be smoking in the courtroom. I hereby sentence you to 20 years in prison. No, what about Paris, my career? I'm afraid that ship has sailed, Mr. Court. Your artistic future is over. True genius won't be silenced. My legacy is eternal. My art will go on. Cuckoo, cuckoo. Splendid work once again, Ace. There's another killer brought to justice. While Theo Vergier wasn't the most wholesome individual, no one deserves to be murdered, deprived of a bright future on the maiden voyage of the Gigante. Yeah, but we cannot forget Mr. Vergier's latest in a series of victims deprived of their futures at Mr. Alasta's parties, and we have yet to discover his true identity. You say his, Chief, but remember that all 5 victims have links to Giulietta Capecci. She may very well be Alasta herself. One thing is for certain, Ace. We must unmask the identity of the mysterious Alasta once and for all. I'm almost thinking that it's her dad. But anyways, guys, I'll see you guys in the additional investigation. We only have 2 more left. I've been pitching 88. Over and out.